Are you facing challenges in your health? Then Dr. Suleiman Clinic and Labs is here to provide you with the lasting solutions to your health problems. Dr. Suleiman Clinic and Labs is specialized and offers consulting in psychiatry, internal medicine, cardiology, urology, dermatology, gynecology, infectious diseases, and infertility. At Dr. Suleiman Clinic and Labs, we offer 3D/4D scan at just 5,000 francs, emergency ambulance, free ultrasound scan, and free medical consultations. Our staff is composed of well-trained doctors with good laboratory and best equipment. We are located in 2 cities, Boya at Mile 18 Bolifamba, and in Douala, we are located at Entre Pilot. You can reach us through the telephone number 694-940-172. Your health is at the right place with Dr. Suleiman.
Let's talk about another issue that is more dangerous manifestation for malabsorption, which is that pancreas. Pancreas gives me malabsorption? Absolutely. Gives me pain here? Absolutely. And is bad? Is very bad. Now, the thing that I wanted to tell you, there are 2 types of pancreatitis. We call it pancreatitis, meaning inflammation of the pancreas. If I see necrotizing pancreatitis, meaning the pancreas become deteriorating and the tissues are dead and becoming necrotic, that's deadly. If I have just interstitial pancreatitis, meaning it has not become black in color and necrotic yet, then we have a chance, very good chance. Interstitial pancreatitis doesn't kill you, but necrotizing pancreatitis, that's a killer. And they manifest with what? With the malabsorption syndrome, floating stools as well. So now we're talking about the most dangerous way when you have floating stools. Now, this is the other end of the spectrum. The bad one is the pancreatitis, and especially if it is necrotizing pancreatitis. Now we're talking about danger zone. So having said that, pancreatitis is manifested by malabsorption as well. We have, and also the pain here, the same thing. Let's see the causes of pancreatitis. How do I know and how to prevent pancreatitis from happening? We have under the liver, we have a sac that contains bile. This sac called gallbladder. We have an image of it. If Mr. Johnson, please play it, I appreciate it. So the audience can see what is the gallbladder and what is the condition I'm talking about. So this small sac there under the liver called gallbladder. And it has, yes, this one here. You see the green one, the green organ there, the sac I'm talking about. And that is what is called gallbladder. Inside the gallbladder, you see some stones there. And that's what we call gallstones. From the gallbladder there, where the stones are, there is pipes that connect the gallbladder to that part of the intestine. They're called duodenum, second part of duodenum. This is part of the intestine. And is joined, as you see, by another pipe coming from the pancreas. And when they all join, now they go to the duodenum, and that is what is called common bile duct. Common because it joined 2 ducts. One is the one that is coming from the gallbladder, and the second one that is coming from the pancreas. Now we have common bile duct. Common bile duct is a place that if we do have stones, there is a possibility of those stones to move from the sac, the gallbladder, make its way in the common bile duct, and then we have a problem. We have a big problem. Why? Because once the stone launched right there, as you see it in the image, once the stone launched right there, the bile is not capable to make it through to the duodenum. Then you're going to ask me, what is the function of that bile? Why is it like this? Why we need bile? We need bile to digest fat. So bile can digest fat. That means if you put bile with a piece of fat, it will be dissolved. So if we have this stone blocking the way for the bile to enter the duodenum, because the duodenum is part of the intestine. You take the piece of meat or piece of fat from your mouth, it will make it through the intestine. Then you need this bile to help digest the fat. In addition to the enzymes, yes, this is another ultrasound image. We're going to talk about that in a moment. That is cholecystitis. We talk about this in a minute. So we need this enzymes, we need this bile to digest our fat. When we get a stone in that pipe there, connecting the gallbladder to the duodenum, if we get a stone there and we get complete blockage, then what happened to the bile? The bile will not be able to pass. So as a result, what happened to the storage in that sac? The sac will get dilated. So for me, when I do fast track ultrasound and I put my machine, any patient that comes in, I take the history, next step, take your clothes off and lie down, let me do a fast track ultrasound. If I saw, and I found a lot of cases by accident, he didn't even know. So when I do this and I do the ultrasound and I see the gallbladder dilated, I know there is a problem in the common bile duct. Then there is a small couple of tricks with ultrasound and I will see signs that tells me there is definitely a stone in the common bile duct. And we said the common bile duct is the connection between the gallbladder and the second part of the duodenum. Now, and you see also there was another tube, another connection coming from the pancreas into the duodenum, and they join together in a small pipe there. So what happened if that stone block the tube? Then we have, like I told you, dilation of the gallbladder. It keeps on dilating, and the bile coming from the liver getting stored there, but is not being released. So this balloon gets getting bigger and bigger and bigger. When the balloon gets bigger and bigger and bigger, there is a chance for infiltration. That means, that bile can infiltrate, can go through the now thin membrane, because we're ballooning out, it becomes very thin. So we can have this bile going through that membrane into the nearby organs, especially what is there nearby is the pancreas. So when that bile gets to the pancreas, we have inflammation of the pancreas, and that is what we call pancreatitis, and that is what we need to pay very close attention to. Now, when we have pancreatitis and the situation has not been correctly evaluated, then pancreatitis will continue over the time, a year or two, to continue to become chronic pancreatitis. And then the next time I do an ultrasound, I will see the dilated, if the patient ignored it for too long, I will see the dilated bladder, if it has not, if he still lives, and then I will see chronic pancreatitis, and an ultrasound it will be manifested by calcification, hyperechoic lesion at the level of the pancreatitis. I think we came to the end of our session today, but we have not finished chronic pancreatitis and the risk that can be considered against the patient health with chronic pancreatitis, how to avoid chronic pancreatitis, how to recognize chronic pancreatitis or acute pancreatitis is very essential, and comes all from the gallstones. Gallstones are easily explored and seen by ultrasound. So if we have gallstones, we need to pay attention. What are the chances one of those stones makes it across the pipe and block the pipe and cause me all these bad things? In the next session, next Saturday, we will discuss more about gallbladder stones, how it causes you pancreatitis, and what else can cause you pancreatitis, and how to prevent you from having pancreatitis by a very simple visit to the doctor and a very simple ultrasound exam, if you do have the symptoms. If you do have the symptom. If you don't have it, you don't have it. What is the most common symptom when I have a stone? Right upper quadrant, in the right side, right upper quadrant. If you push here with your finger, even like this, you will feel a lot of pain. You will feel a lot of pain. We have not finished what I need to talk about this session, but inshallah next Saturday we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the gallbladder disease, We'll talk about the gallbladder stones. We'll talk about the most deadly disease, which is acute pancreatitis, especially if it's necrotic pancreatitis. Thank you very much.